we love living out here, but I see the temperatures coming next week, and they're pretty brutal. Oh, well over 100 degrees, so we're worried.
So as he's saying, it is the start of a week-long heat wave across Northern California. We are getting you ready for several days of 100-degree plus weather. Good morning. Welcome to ABC 10 Morning News 6 o'clock edition. I'm Walt Gray. Now, with these temperatures, there is also, of course, increased fire danger.
Yeah, of course. I'm Conchetta Callahan. Utility companies are monitoring that danger and working to prevent potential flames from erupting.
All right, right now we have team coverage. Meteorologist Rob Carmark with your hour-by-hour forecast. First, our Candace Red keeps track of the fire danger. So, Candace, we're hearing PG&E may be taking action today.
Yeah, you know what? That is exactly right. Good morning to the both of you. We know that thousands of people could be without power this week, and it's all because of the summer heat. We know again that PG&E says it could potentially issue a public safety power shutoff. That's going to start tomorrow and go into Wednesday. Again, this is only a possibility. Now we're talking about 8 counties, including Yolo County. It would potentially impact about 12,000 PG&E customers with 200 in Yolo County. Now Daniel Williams is one of those customers and says he's worried about, again, the possibility of not having power in the heat.
I'm a little shocked because I thought PG&E took care of all these problems.
Again, this is all because the hot, dry, and windy conditions could bring down power lines and spark fires. That's why PG&E is working on a solution in advance. And of course, we can't forget that the company is to blame for igniting several deadly wildfires in the past because of what they called aging equipment. Again, to be clear, PG&E has not issued a power shutoff at this time. These are only safety precautions to get the public and customers prepared for the possibility of their power going off. But you can use the PG&E outage map. It is online to check to see if and when an outage may occur. In Davis, Candace Red, ABC 10.
All right, Candace, thank you.
Yeah, at ABC 10, we of course stand for you, and we do want to emphasize that how important it is that it's going to be to try and stay cool this week.
So whether you're out and about and find yourself needing somewhere to cool off, or your AC breaks down like mine right now.
Oh, no.
I'm all eyes on the cooling center because I may need to be popping in and out of there. The city of Elk Grove is opening the Wackford Community Complex. That's on Bruceville Road. That's a cooling shelter. It'll run today through Friday from noon till 8 p.m. In the meantime, more cooling centers are opening across our region as well in Sacramento County. They are located at the North A Emergency Shelter, the Outreach and Engagement Center, and the Sam and Bonnie Pennell Center. Sacramento RT is offering free rides if you show them a flyer for the cooling centers that we're talking about.
Meanwhile, in Yolo County, cooling centers will also be open through the week at the Woodland Public Library, the Davis Respite Center, Arthur Community Library, and the Arroyo and Manor Pools. In Roseville, 3 libraries and the Utility Exploration Center are serving as cooling centers. The libraries open this morning at 9 o'clock while the center opens tomorrow. For the full list of cooling centers in your area, visit our website, abc10.com.
So as we see these triple-digit temps, it only takes minutes for your car to get very, very hot, dangerously so. The National Weather Service says when it's 100 degrees outside, your car can get up to almost 120 degrees in only 10 minutes. And cracking the window does not help. A very important reminder, never leave children or pets alone in a closed vehicle, and look before you lock. What's interesting now, I see a lot of new vehicles, whatever. And when you shut the engine off, they will say, check for unattended things in your back seat.
Yeah.
And generally that means, so the manufacturers are now on board with letting you know, hey, don't forget Junior's back there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, the kids is the obvious one. Pets, and also just things in your vehicle, groceries.
Yeah, exactly.
Things left on your dashboard.
Exactly.
We're sort of post-CD era, but back in the day they would warp.
Yeah.
I mean, just things in your vehicle, sunglasses, things like that, because this is the heat that we cannot avoid, and it's going to be going on for a very long time. I mean, I hate to say it, but folks, we're going to be talking about this extreme heat with all these warnings, talking about you and safety and health for a long time. Now, top of mind, what Candace was talking about was the public safety power shutoff area, and that's in these counties. But really, go onto PG&E's website, put in your address, because they've been able to narrow it down very specifically. In fact, almost all the power shutoffs preemptively are going to be in Shasta County. Everything else is literally down to a couple hundred customers here and there, but it may be you. So please look up your address, because if you lose power during this heat wave, it's a major deal, because then you don't have AC, you don't have refrigeration for all your groceries. It becomes a major problem for you specifically. So again, look up your address and you may be affected. For everybody else, this is a heat wave that's going to last for a while. We're talking about triple-digit temperatures starting today. That's going to go for the rest of this week. You know, yesterday was right around 100 degrees, which, to be honest with you, is not that bad because we cool overnight. Starting today, it's well over 100 degrees. We're going to be very warm overnight in the 60s and 70s, which is a problem. Again, if you lose power, it's going to be very warm in your home or apartment all night long. And we're going to be very close to records starting tomorrow all the way through Sunday. And I'm not even talking about next week right now, because that's a long ways off, but we're going to be within this range again next week as well. So at least this morning, we've got some 60s out there, even a 54 in San Francisco, 56 in Santa Rosa, but most people are starting off in the 60s and 70s. There was a Delta breeze overnight, which is great. It's great when we can get that, but we're going to get just a tiny little one for a couple of hours tonight, and then that's it. Starting tomorrow, we've got that strong north wind. Now, most specifically, you'll see this area in pink, which is a red flag warning area for a fire risk. But most specifically, it's right in here. So it's going to be north of Sacramento, hugging the west side of the valley. That's where the strongest winds and the most extreme fire risk is. Even though there's a fire risk for everybody, that's really the spot that we're worried about the most. You know it's a hot day when you hit 90s by noon. That's what we're going to have today. 91 by noon, triple digits plus by about 3 to 4 p.m., and that's going to go all the way to about 6 to 7 p.m. Folks, this is just the beginning. We've got many more hotter days coming. We'll talk about all that later on. Back to you.
All right, Rob, thank you. The heat to come. And don't forget, with these triple-digit temps this week, you can always find our hourly and 7-day forecast on the ABC 10 app. It is free to use and also free to download.